What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to 10 in the Pit. Today, everybody asked us to do the shoe review. And I've said in the comments multiple times, doing a bowling ball shoe review is difficult. Why? Because we only have a certain amount of staffers, and there's only so many top-of-the-line bowling shoes to try. So all we can do is give each take from each staffer on the bowling shoe that they use. Sound about right? Okay. So, we have tried all of the top-of-the-line bowling shoes. We have the 9s, C9 lasers. So these are mine. Don't mind the smell good balls in them. Jaden's SST8s. Bryant Kraft had the SST8s. He just upgraded to the Striker 9s. These are Clanton's. Gladiator, Strikeforce. He is the only weird one out that doesn't use Dexter.
Yes.
And
I'm happy I don't.
Correct. He doesn't like the look of the 9s. Aiden uses the 9 laser stitch. Bryant uses the 9 striker. Joey uses the 9. He uses the HT9. His are about 5 years old, and he's holding on to anything he possibly can to use those. Well, that's what he uses the 9s as well. So we have tried. We'll just go right through it. So quality-wise, I personally like the 9s. Their slide pad technology is phenomenal. Their heels are good. When you replace your slide pad technology, they actually have a toe cap, because a lot of people that drag their toe or on the top, it replaces this cap. So Dexter got that part right, in my opinion. The 8s don't have that. I'm not a fan of the 8s. Jaden has had these for not even a year, and we've already had to super glue multiple items on these. He likes the way they look.
Mind you.
Jaden bowls a ton, though.
Yes, Jaden bowls
Correct.
a lot.
My 9s are 3 years old.
Like bare minimum 50 games a week.
At least.
Bare minimum.
Yeah, at least. I mean, hell, he did 100 games on that swag ball just to get a review on it in 2 days. The kid, yeah, he's a little obsessed. But you bowl just as much, and you haven't.
So
I'm impressed with the Strikeforce Gladiators.
So I had the Motives before the KR Strikeforce. The Motives did not last that long. They were good, but quality-wise, they just didn't last long.
And I'll try to put images up of each shoe. It's very hard to do, like to have 55 different pairs of shoes
right
on the table.
But yeah, Gladiators. If I didn't go with these, I would have gone with the SST8s. They have like a, I don't know if it's like supposed to be blue and red or purple and red, but yeah.
And then you got the EXJ SST8s. Those are selling well.
Right. Those are nice too.
Correct.
But I really like these. Really like these. So Motive and KR Strikeforce, they're made by the same people. So I was able to bring over all of my heels, interchangeable.
Slide pads.
Yeah, same with the slide pad. So, yeah, I was happy with these. I thought the Motives stood up a little bit higher on the heel. These don't, which I like. I like having a nice, even keeled.
That's why the Striker 9 is becoming more popular, because it's a little more flatter than the laser cuts. Even though the Striker 9 is ugly as sin,
right?
It gives you the HT vibe like Joey likes.
Right. And I like the bowling shoes that don't look so
bowling shoe.
Yes.
I agree.
Like older and
correct.
That's why I like the SST8s. They look like a sneaker. Like these are just different. That's why I picked them out.
But for durability, like you can tell,
they are pretty durable.
Durability wise, these are well over a year old. I mean, yeah, we change the slide pads when we go to different houses.
Right.
That's another part too. I mean, if you guys are talking, a lot of people that are asking for us to review shoes, like we don't wear the non-interchangeable shoe because of how many different centers we bowl in for tournaments, for leagues. And that is one of the biggest advantages with the interchangeables. You can adjust your slide to no matter what type of approach you're on.
Right.
And I think that is essential. There's only one piece of bowling equipment that touches the lanes every ball you throw, and that's your shoes. In my opinion, your shoes are the most important part of your arsenal.
It is.
If you can't slide, or you are sliding too much or not sliding enough, that messes your timing off. That means you're not throwing the ball at the best of your ability. Your shoes are important.
They are.
So no matter what shoe you go with, I would do yourself. I mean, if you're starting to take the sport a little bit more serious, I would honestly recommend that you at least look into some interchangeable slide pads, slide heels. Make sure your bowling shoe purchase is going to develop with you.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but if I can't slide, I can't bowl. That's just how it is for me.
Correct.
So having an interchangeable heel and slide pad, world of a difference. But not only that, if I can't slide, it hurts. It hurts your hips, your knees.
As a fat guy, your knees, yes.
Like, you shouldn't hurt while you bowl.
I agree.
Anywhere
I agree.
in the body. Like, hand-wise, joints, anything.
I mean, how often do we spend time on pitches and field just to make sure there is no pain?
Right.
But all the way
this
up
is
to
just
the elbow.
another one of those factors. You don't want to hurt while you bowl. You want to feel comfortable.
Shoes are important. The one pair that we did try that is not up here, actually, Eddie White brought in the brand new 3G racers. He didn't even wear them on the lanes. He walked around in them. He owned them for multiple months, kept trying to break them in, and the bottom was so stiff on them, he could not get them to be able to lift the heel up enough.
Right.
To be able to slide. He said that they felt like a ski boot. He replaced the 3G Ultras with the brand new 3G Racers. He went back to his 3G Ultras. He just ordered a pair of 9 lasers, and he's been happy as can be. So, in my opinion, the 3G Racer is a very stiff bottom shoe. If you're not familiar with that, I don't recommend the 3G Racer unless you are familiar with that stiff of a bowling shoe, because you're going to drag your heel. You're not going to be able to pick your heel up as much as you would with a different type of shoe.
Right.
So I don't recommend the 3G Racers for myself, for my own game. SST8s, I don't like how much we've had to keep them going, but I've also sold some 9 lasers to where the sides have started to come unglued. It happens with all the manufacturers.
Yeah, I mean, just like regular shoes.
Correct.
There's bound to be some bad ones out there.
But if I had to pick with the 9s or the SST8s, I'm picking the 9s all day because of the slide replacement technology, the heel replacement. They're left or right. You don't have to order left or right shoes. Everything transfers over. Where the SST8s, unless you get the new ones that just come out, they just started to do it too. They're interchangeable left and right. The KR Strikeforce is not. They have a push off, right? They have a push off, and then they have the slide. So if you're a left-handed bowler, you have to order left-handed shoes. I'm just letting them know if they are looking. Where the SST8s, as long as they're the newer ones, you don't have to order left or right. They're all interchangeable. Same with the 9s. That's what I do like about Dexter. It makes it very easy for smaller pro shops to just stock a number of shoes. You don't have to worry about left-handed or right-handed shoes. But I prefer the 9s.
Right.
That would be my recommended buy. I know they're more expensive. I think they're $244.95 or something like that.
Yeah.
This color is a couple years old. I think they offer red and gold. Am I right?
Yep.
Red and gold. The Striker's black and red. That's like $239. Very, very similar price, but for the money, in my opinion, best bowling shoe. And I believe these are $219. They're right there with it. But if I had to choose between SST8s or KR Strikeforce, I'd probably go with KR Strikeforce over the 8s. I'm not a fan of the 8s.
Overall, I really do like the look of the 8s. But, like I said, this is my personal experience with the KR Strikeforce. I don't know. They're very durable. I think just the overall design of it makes it durable, between like the knitted top of it, so you can flex your foot and everything, and the very structured bottom part of it. Make sure you're planted
and your interchangeable heel on your push off, and this push off of this not being interchangeable helps the durability, in my opinion.
Right.
Because that was part of the SSTH problem. Everything's interchangeable, so it does wear with the Velcro.
Gotcha.
Where this doesn't.
Right, because this has a different. These have like little grooves in them.
Correct.
To make sure they stay.
I think the Strikeforce's heels. You even rip one off?
They're hard, yeah, but.
So let me get right in here. I think the heels. They have these little tabs on them, if you can see them. I think the heels on the Strikeforce are a little bit better than the heel on the 9s, but that's just my opinion. Sorry to rip your shoe apart there, bro. Because mine on the 9s, I've never even taken mine off. I don't even know if I can.
No, they're hard for sure. Definitely meant to be there.
Yes, they are. I think there's a video of Belmo falling in a pair. His heel came off. But yeah, so Dexter doesn't use the tab. So in my opinion, I think the Strikeforce tabs on the heel is a little bit better than the Dexter. But the Dexter is definitely there. They're planted for sure. You can tell how old mine are.
Worn, yeah.
But that would be our opinion on some bowling shoes. Like I said, a lot of the guys, for how often we bowl in different centers, we bowl in different tournaments, we don't mess around with the non-interchangeable shoe. So we really kind of focus just on the top dollar shoe. But that's not saying that you got to go out and spend top dollar for a pair of shoes. That's not what we're saying either.
And like, this is nitpicky, but like, we really like the new system, the BOA system. Just snap it, twist, tightens your shoe. Just nitpicky, but like, it's nice to have.
I mean, I don't even tie my own shoes.
Yeah. Instead of untying the whole thing, making sure it's a little bit tighter, like.
And 3G and Storm, their shoes are starting to come out with them. They're not.
Yeah.
They were a couple of years behind. They are starting to come out with them. They're newer ones. And I'll be honest with you, the Storm knits, I think they're called Aspire or something. The 3G, they're black and gray. Mid-level price are like $119 or something like that. Those are pretty durable shoes. They're not interchangeable, but those are pretty durable. I've sold quite a few pairs here. But yeah, I picked the 9s. I know you picked the Gladiators or something similar.
Yeah.
But you to bring that back up. Though.
Oh yeah.
We all did.
Like those.
Yeah, we all did try the alphas when they discontinued a whole bunch of different colors. And Quentin's a fan of the Strikeforce. He did not like these.
They're not comfy.
So
I mean, they are new shoes, so like
right.
They're not broken in, right? But
I tried a pair. I didn't like them.
Even when I put these on first time, I was like, these are comfy. Only complaint I have about them is breathability.
Even though they're a knit top, they're not a breathable knit.
No.
Mm-mm. Same with the lady. Like you would think that these are all nice and breathable too. They're not.
But this is why they make little powders or little balls. Put in your shoes.
Come on now.
Always got two.
I got stinky feet, my guy. Stinky feet. But yeah, that would be our take on shoes. I know it's nothing really technical or anything. It's just our experiences. Like I said, Mr. Kraft had a pair of black ones of these when he first came to the channel. They didn't even last a year, and he replaced them with the 9 Striker black and red ones, and he's very, very happy with those as well.
When I first came to James, I had a pair of shoes.
Brunswicks.
Pair of old Brunswicks. They were universal, really. Slide pads on both feet, right? Didn't know the difference of, not having a slide on one of the feet, but definitely push off from the one, and you can feel it once you change. But they lasted me from 7th grade to time I was 20.
Yeah, he went for about 35 years. You could tell. You could tell.
No, but they were good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
They were worth the $70 that I spent.
Correct. But you bowl more now than you did all the way through that time, too.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but once you get further up in your bowling career or get more competitive, you realize some things that are a little bit better to have. Some things that are either more comfortable or better for your game, blah, blah, blah. So, and being two-handed now, these definitely help.
Correct. Being able to push off, create your power with your legs, although you're not throwing your shoulders. The interchangeable pads help you slide, keep your timing on place, because there are sticky approaches, there are slippery approaches. Yeah. And if you can't get your timing spot down, you can just shoot that tournament goodbye. Yeah. In my opinion.
It's a waste of money.
Correct.
So it comes down to your shoes.
Shoes are important. But you guys asked for it, so we thought we'd break down our experience of the shoes. For a two-hander, like I said, we all, this is why Quentin and I do a lot of the videos together. He used to be one-handed, now he's two-handed. So with all of our videos, you get the two-handed perspective and the one-handed perspective. That's why Quentin does a lot of the videos with me. Besides, he's ugly, but, you know.
I can't change it.
You can't change, I can't change that.
No, I said, well, I can't change it.
Well, have you seen Jaded? So that would be our take on bowling shoes. I totally recommend the 9s. I push the 9s to my customers. If they come in, they looking for a top dollar shoe, I push the 9s, and I also push the Gladiators or the new Strikeforce, whatever that's comparable to the Gladiator. But those are the two that I push when they're looking for entry level shoes. I mean, high dollar shoes. Entry level shoes.
They work depending on your skill level and
correct.
How often you want to bowl, if you want to get further in your bowling career.
Correct. Dexter Wyoming's or the Strikeforce comparable. You know, you got to start somewhere just so you can understand the progression of what you're buying, in my opinion. But that would be our take on some bowling shoes. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Quentin?
I don't think so.
Are you yawning?
Yeah.
How can you yawn with all the smells around you?
I think I'm getting woozy.
I was going to say, wow. Especially this pair.
Hey, whoa.
This pair a little stenchy, bro. A little stenchy. So, I hope this helps you guys if you're, punching in something to look for online or whatever. Actually, how many people do use the online big box stores of bowling? The Bowler X's, the Bowler's Mart, Buddy's Pro Shop. How many of you guys use those sites? Drop a comment down below. Because Quinn and I have been sitting here talking about whether or not to increase our online presence with some bowling equipment. So how many of you guys actually do use those big glamorous online stores like Buddy's Pro Shop, Bowler X, Bowler's Mart? Quinn and I were just sitting here trying to figure out if it'd be worth to bring some balls in just to sell online. But let us know down in the comments. We appreciate you coming out, checking the video. I hope this helps you guys out. If not, we tried.
Got some information.
Correct. Shoes are important.
Yeah.
Shoes are important. No matter what you do, shoes are important. But we appreciate y'all. I'll let you wrap it, my guy.
Alrighty, guys. Don't forget to visit our website, xinthepit.com.
American made hoodies, t-shirts. Get yourself one.
Don't have mine on today. I still like it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty nice, isn't
it?
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. Guys, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.